And take off in 3, 2, 1. I've always wanted to say that.
You did. It was amazing. You've got a career in broadcast.
Hello, YouTubers. Alaska Prepper here. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not being paid to make this video. I am very excited to make it, however, for one reason and one reason only. And let me tell you right now, please stay till the end of the video because 3 of you are going to get a very nice prize as long as you follow the instructions and comment under this video. So stay till the end so that you can know exactly what to do. It won't cost you a penny to enter to win. This is Nutrient Survival's powdered eggs, and they are vitamin eggs. Now, when I first tried this, I have already tried this. That's why I'm so excited to do this video for you, because I have already tried this. When I first tried this, I did not know what to expect. I really like Nutrient Survival. Disclaimer is that I am affiliated with Nutrient Survival. However, every other egg product that I've tried for long-term storage has always had a very minor, not terrible, but like that whey taste. You know that whey protein taste that sticks in the back of your throat when you swallow it? It's always had that. And I've really never enjoyed that. In the past, I have fixed that problem by adding onions and peppers and things like that, and it has turned out to be a good product. However, ladies and gentlemen, this product is outstanding. In my opinion, it is the best powdered egg for long-term storage in the industry. And not only that, why is it called powdered vitamin eggs? Well, let me show you real quick. What you see here, ladies and gentlemen, is your number 10 can that comes with the equivalent of 70 eggs inside of it. But the most exciting part is this. Actually, there are 2 parts to me that are most exciting. First one is that they are fortified with 33 essential nutrients, and you can read them right back here on this label. The second one is, I will show you here in a second what the second most exciting thing is. Let's go ahead and prepare this because it's extremely easy to prepare. And after I go ahead and show it to you, ladies and gentlemen, how it cooks up and give it a test try and let you see what it looks like, and I'll tell you what it tastes like. I actually was lucky enough to get a hold of the CEO of Nutrient Survival and ask him several questions that I think the community will benefit from as a whole. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, towards the end of the video, I am going to tell you how you can enter to win this 5 single serving pack. That way you can taste what they have to offer and you can make up your mind on whether you want to buy more instead of buying a number 10 can of one thing and then deciding that maybe it's not your favorite. I've tried all of these, and all of these, not only are they fortified with nutrients and vitamins, but ladies and gentlemen, they taste like real food. And that really matters. So for a single serving like this, all you need is 1/3 cup of water. It can be cold or at room temperature. And all we have to do, ladies and gentlemen, is simply pour our powdered eggs in here. Now, this question is going to be covered during the interview with the CEO of Nutrient Survival. However, I'll go ahead and cover it real quick here. These are powdered eggs, not freeze-dried eggs, and they are rated to have a 25-year shelf life. So this is the perfect substitute for meat protein that we can stock up now at today's prices and make sure that we have it in the future for our protein needs. Now, you all know that I love my meat. However, ladies and gentlemen, there may come a time where eggs are not as available or as affordable as they are now. Some people have their own chickens, which is great, but it's always good to have a backup supply just in case anything can happen. All we have to do now is stir this around, then let it sit for 5 minutes so that the eggs can hydrate. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I added 1/3 cup of water to this, which is exactly what the instructions say to do. However, in my opinion, they look a little too thick, and I don't think that it will hurt to add a little more. So I'm going to go ahead and add another 1/4 cup to make it a full cup. Okay, and I did add another 1/4 cup of water to this, and as you can see, it's a lot more liquidy, for lack of better terms. All right, so what we're going to do now, ladies and gentlemen, is we're just going to let this sit here for about 5 minutes, let the eggs fully hydrate, then we're going to come back and take them to the frying pan. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been 5 minutes, and it looks like it's well mixed. And let's go ahead and put it in the frying pan. And what better way to break in a new product than with some 8-year-old ghee that is still outstanding, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't made your own ghee, you need to make your own ghee. You will not go back to using butter for frying stuff and cooking your eggs. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the way that I cook my scrambled eggs is I like to get my ghee really hot, then turn the temperature down, and then put in my eggs and cook them on low. Now, after my eggs are in there and it's on low, what I like to do is I like to stir it around until they're cooked. It may take a little bit of time doing it this way. However, I think that it produces the best results, whether you're cooking powdered eggs or regular eggs. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we all know that ghee is better. Now, I'm not adding anything to this. Normally, I would put maybe some peppers in here, or normally I would put some cheese, but we're going to go ahead and make it just as it came out of the package. That way we can get a good idea of what it tastes like and what it looks like right out of the package. And if you all like these pots that I'm using, go check out your local Costco. This is their Kirkland brand of the pots that I've been using lately. And I'll tell you what, I'm very happy with them. And I got them at a very good price. I think it was about $119 or so for a pretty substantial set that brings a lot of pots and pans, including this big frying pan right here. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, this looks just like regular eggs. There's no off color to it. And we're going to taste it right now, and I'm going to tell you exactly what they taste like. Now, that only took about 2 minutes to cook up. And ladies and gentlemen, that package says that this is one serving. I don't know about you, but this looks like a lot more than one serving to me. And this here, ladies and gentlemen, is what it looks like when it's done. Now, take a look at how many eggs there are, or how much eggs there is in here, right? Take a look at that. Let me show you my pan. This is how much there's left. There is definitely a lot more than one serving in that packet, but here's what it looks like. So far, so good. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I told you in the beginning that I did not get paid to do this video is because, in my opinion, this is the very best egg product that I've ever tried from any long-term food storage company. It is the very best. And you know why? There's only one reason why, ladies and gentlemen. Well, actually two, really. The first reason is because it's infused with 14 vitamins, 8 minerals, and 9 amino acids. Number one. But number two, which in my opinion is the most important reason, these taste like eggs. Because that's all they are. It's just eggs. There's no whey protein in there. There's no crazy stuff in there. It's just eggs and vitamins. At first I thought that this was going to taste like vitamins. But it doesn't. It tastes just like eggs. It's not exciting. And it's not meant to be exciting. It's supposed to be eggs. Now, they do need a little bit of salt. Why? Because eggs that you crack and you cook, they don't come pre-salted. So if you put a little bit of salt and you put a little pepper, which is how I like my eggs, and especially if you combine it with this, a little bit of homemade hash, what can I say, ladies and gentlemen? You've got a winner. All right, I truly hope that you stay for the interview because it was a great interview. Had a great time with Eric, who is the CEO of Nutrient Survival. He's going to answer a lot of questions that I'm sure that you may have about this product and their company. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mr. Eric Christensen, the CEO of Nutrient Survival. He is here today to answer some questions about the powdered eggs and the other products that they offer in Nutrient Survival, which I like to say, and I know I'm pretty accurate when I say that Nutrient Survival is probably the most nutrient-based long-term food storage in the market. I've compared it against a lot of different long-term food storage, and it is the most nutrient-based. So, hello, Mr. Eric Christensen.
Hey.
I'm going to call you Eric if you don't mind.
Yeah, you bet, Reddy.
Before we start getting into questions, Q&A, first, I really wanted you to go ahead and introduce yourself. Take a little bit of time to introduce yourself. Tell us about Nutrient Survival, what your mission statement is, I guess you can say, and let the AP community get to know you a little bit because we are a close-knit community and we don't like to be talked at. We like to be talked with. So go ahead and introduce yourself, Mr. Christensen.
All right, Rudy. Well, thanks for having me. I mean, it's an honor to be with you, and thanks for sharing your story just a little bit earlier. I mean, it's you're a true patriot, and thank you for everything you've done, not just for our great nation, but also for this community of yours and helping people get a little bit more prepared for, those things that we should all be prepared for, those eventualities, and taking care of your family and protecting what we love, right?
Yes.
So thank you for that. Thanks for having me. Yeah, no, I mean, my story is pretty simple. I grew out in Washington State, so I'm a West Coast kid. And, I grew up out there in the mountains of Washington, having a lot of fun and making big bonfires and doing what little kids, not little, but rambunctious kids do. And had an opportunity to go West Point out in New York and took that, went through 4 years at the military academy and was commissioned an officer in the Army. Like you eventually, right? A little bit after your Navy time, you finally saw the light and went into the Army. And
well, Eric, before when I was talking to Becky, I asked her, I said, has Eric been in the military? Because to me, he looks like he used to be a colonel. And at that time, I didn't know whether you were in the military or not.
Yeah. Well, I never made to colonel, but I think, I think I've spent my time. I've done my duty, so to speak, right? Like we all have. But yeah, so I went to West Point, and when I graduated, I did what most young officers with a little money in their pocket decide to do, and let's go have some adventure. So I looked at the first opportunity to do something fun, and there were all these different places on the map that I could go off and serve our great nation. And I said, well, I'm a young guy, so let me go have some fun somewhere. So as I saw this little place called Panama on the map, and so what's going on in Panama? I know this Noriega guy was there. I graduated in 91. Just Cause was 89. But I heard a little bit about it, but what I thought about Panama was it was kind of like Hawaii. It had to be like Hawaii, kind of like DR, right, in my mind. And like, okay, there's going to be palm trees, there's going to be beaches, there's going to be cheap beer, and there's going to be beautiful women. So sign me up. And I got on that. I took that assignment. I got on that plane. I showed up, and sure enough, everything that I had dreamed of for a first assignment was just great. Palm trees, sandy beaches, cold beer, and I met my wife there. So yeah, I've been married 28 years, I think. Don't hold me to that. 28 years to my love from Panama, my war trophy, as I like to say. And and once I was in the Army then for about 7 years, and came back stateside, did some high speed, low drag stuff like you did, Ranger and Airborne and all this good stuff, air assault, etc. And I was actually like yourself as well. I was a fire support officer for most of that time.
FSO.
Yeah. So I led a group of fisters, and we called in artillery fire and close air support and naval gunfire on the bad guys. That was always fun to do that. 101st Airborne was my last duty assignment. It was with Screaming Eagles there with 101 Aviation and then DeVarty, and got out and went into corporate America. Spent a little time at Procter & Gamble on their food business. Jif peanut butter, coffee businesses, Folgers coffee. Campbell Soup Company after that for about a dozen years. Did all kinds of stuff. Led a lot of different brands and businesses. Led the big guy, the soup business. As they used to say, so goes Campbell's, so goes soup, right? So if soup was having a good year, Campbell's was usually having a good year. And then I went off and led the Purdue chicken business on the East Coast, a really large vertically integrated chicken producer, does 13, 14 million chickens a week. So very large, producer, and was the chief marketing officer there, as well as leading the R&D group. And then now this latest endeavor is been a blessing. The pandemic taught us all a lot. And one thing that I certainly learned from it was that adapting and overcoming is the key to survival, and being prepared is the key to survival. So I got a call from a guy that was working on this idea, said, hey, love for you to come out and lead and help bring this idea to life. And I did that. I came out here out in Reno, Tahoe area back in June 2020 and launched this business. And we've been, meeting great people along the way like yourself, and that are on this common mission of ours to equip people, to be ready and prepared for what's ahead. So that's a little bit of what nutrient survival is and what we're all about. And like you said, we are 100% excited about doing something that no other survival food is, and that is nutrient density. That basically means that we want to give everyone the freedom to choose food for a fuller life, because we believe nutrients and the power of nutrients can protect you from the inside out. Keep your immune system strong, help you heal better and faster and more fully, and honestly help you perform. The military studied this for a long, long time. We can talk about that in a bit, but nutrients are the answer. The nutrients are the answer to fuller living.
Excellent. Well, I'm not sure if you knew this or not, but my last duty station prior to coming to Alaska was in Washington. And I lived there for almost 6 years. I actually lived in Tumwater, Washington, which I believe is the first established town in Washington when it became a state, was Tumwater.
Well, you're probably right. So, I think I forgot that from Washington State history class in 7th grade, but I think you're right. I remember Okanagan Heights, like somewhere over in eastern Washington. That's all I remember from that class, Okanagan Heights.
Awesome,
well, that's cool. Yeah.
And so Eric, am I right to say that Nutrient Survival has the most nutrient-dense food in the long-term storage food business?
Without question. Not even a contest. It's a really cool story when you think about the military, and I've got this background, you've got this background, many of your community members have this background as well. The military studied this for a long, long time, and what these nutritionists and these scientists have discovered and determined is that human performance optimization, okay, that's the technical term they call it, and they have labs for this and all kinds of really smart people. What they said is that nutrient-dense diets are what soldiers need to perform and to get through these high-stress situations. And so when we look at our nutrition profile versus what the military has prescribed, not just for operational rations, the Beetle Baileys of the world, doing the daily thing at base or post, or even just light, call it field ops, but what the military has prescribed is, for call restricted rations for special operations forces. Right. We laid our stuff up against that standard, and we laid, the special ops standard up against it, and we deliver 2.5 times the nutrient density that is required by the military for special operations forces rations. Believe it or not. That's awesome. It is truly special ops grade, and these guys, nobody has been through the type of stress situations that these guys have been through, the type of training, the type of missions that they've been on. And so we stand on that. We're super proud of it. No other brand, Rudy, even comes close.
That's great. And let me tell you what, I told Becky this. I said, you all ruined me and my wife. I said, because once I tried your coffee, I didn't think I was going to like it, because I've never really enjoyed freeze-dried or powder-dried coffee. Yeah. I can drink it, but I've never really enjoyed it. And when I first tried the vitamin coffee from Nutrient Survival, and I've said this several times on my channel, I said, that's like one of the best, if not the best coffees I've ever had. It's definitely the best powder-dried coffee I've ever had, powder-dried or freeze-dried. And it's pretty up there. Next to Café Bustelo, right?
Café
Bustelo. Up there next to Café Bustelo, all right?
Café Panama is another one. Yeah.
Yes. So now that's like a normal part of our day, is we always have a cup of coffee, of Nutrient Survival coffee. But what I'm really excited about, and I want to talk about for a little bit, is your powdered eggs.
Okay.
When I before the powdered eggs became available, for sale, Becky sent me a sample, and I tried it. And one of the problems that I've had in the past with powdered eggs from different long-term food storage companies is that for some reason, they all have a residue of like that tastes like whey protein. I'm not sure if you know what I mean, but it's like that whey taste and I really, really don't like that. Mm-hmm. I can cover that up with some, onions or peppers and things like that and make it edible. But my thought is, why are you going to pay so much money for something that you have to doctor up? It's almost like, I've always said, you shouldn't have to break in a $200 pair of boots. You should be able to put them on and they should be just fine, right?
Go, right.
So
no blisters.
Right? Why should you have to doctor something up that you paid a lot of money for? Right. So when I prepared the vitamin eggs from Nutrient Survival, I didn't really have very big aspirations for it. I thought it was going to be pretty much the same as anything else. And then I prepared it, and then I tried some, And I thought to myself, this tastes like eggs. That's it.
Well,
and then I was like, that's a good thing.
it is.
And my wife, who is very, very picky, I gave her some to try. And I said, how do you like these? And she said, they taste like eggs. And I'm like, these are powdered eggs from Nutrient Survival. And she's like,
how about that?
And she's like, those are the best powdered eggs I've ever had that you've tried out, that you've tested. And I'm like, I know. I said, as soon as these things come online, I'm ordering like 10 cans.
There you go. She's a smart woman.
Yeah, and she said, yeah, you should, because these things just taste like eggs.
Yeah.
So a lot of props on that. And I told Becky too, when I called her to tell her that, I told her, please tell your chef not to do a thing to this recipe.
Yeah,
because these are a winner. This product is a winner. I love that product. And my community members know me by now, know me enough that if I say I love that product because it's very good, it's because it really is very good. So it's not something that I'm saying just to prop them up. No, I'm going to buy a bunch of them because I think they have the value in them that, you're asking to pay for them. And we'll talk about that here later on.
Sure. Okay.
But the powdered eggs, someone asked me a question on your powdered eggs. Can they be rehydrated and used for baking just like regular eggs can?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. I mean, these eggs, to your point, we're always trying to deliver taste, and the nutrients are the secret sauce, inside these foods that we make. But we will absolutely not compromise taste at the expense of nutrients. We've got to do it both. And our chef has been just fantastic in staying true to that. But so to your question, these powdered eggs are ready to go with just a little bit of water. And the cool thing is there's about 70 equivalent eggs in every can, and they're ready to go. You can basically put a little bit of water in there, and I think it is a quarter cup of water. I've got it here. The directions: quarter cup of eggs with a third cup of water, a half cup of eggs with 2/3 cup, or 3/4 eggs with 1 cup of water. And that's probably the one I'll do. But basically, you can use them as you would regular eggs. You could even chug them like Rocky chugs them, because these are not contaminated with salmonella or anything of that nature. Like, I was kind of worried about Rocky when he chugged those eggs. Remember that scene in Rocky? Like, man, I don't think I can do that anymore, because you hear all this stuff about salmonella. But these are good to go. These are powdered eggs that can be used for scrambles, for omelets, for recipes. You basically make them exactly like you would and use them exactly like you would regular eggs. So,
excellent. Now, being that they're powdered eggs and not freeze-dried, do they still have a 25-year shelf life like normal freeze-dried foods have?
Yes, we guarantee 25 years on these as well. And we pack them out the same way that we do our other foods, and oxygen absorbers, and in the number 10 cans, protect them from the light and from oxygen transmission and water vapor transmission. Excellent. And all those things that are important for long-term shelf life.
Excellent. Now, someone else asked a great question, and that is, do all the foods that you sell, are they all nutrient-based, just like the powdered eggs and the coffee? Do they all have that good amount of nutrient in them that the powdered eggs and the coffee have?
Yeah. No, so that's our point of difference, is the nutrients, we believe, are what matters and what make a difference for a sound body and mind in stress situations, be it everyday stress or something that's more significant. And so everything that we do has vitamins and minerals and aminos and omegas 3s and 6s and fiber. Some things, because like the vitamin coffee that you love, for example, now that's 100% Colombian coffee that comes in, and we blend in our vitamin mix with that, and we make the vitamin coffee. Some of the things that are nutrients are difficult to mask. They leave a little bit of a metallic taste or a little bit of an off taste. And so in some cases, we've chosen not to include those. Like in the vitamin coffee, there are no minerals except those that occur naturally, and we don't put omegas in there. We don't put fiber in there. So it's just vitamin coffee, and we label it that way, right? So like in the case of the eggs, there's 33 essential nutrients in here. And that's a pretty good spot. But some of the minerals are a little bit lower, right? Then, but still, it's basically, again, eggs. 13 grams of eggs and 33 essential nutrients in a serving, and you're getting.
And one of the things that I really like about storing, egg products, especially powdered eggs, freeze-dried eggs for long term, is that they're a great protein source. Oh, yeah. And as you probably know, proteins aren't getting any cheaper and not as easily accessible now, by the general public as they used to be. And in my opinion, it's going to continue to get worse as time goes on. So yeah, I love storing eggs for protein. And of course, if you've seen any of my videos, I love doing pressure canning and putting away protein that way as well. So yeah, I think they're a great source of protein. Now, let's talk about the price of the eggs. I'm mostly interested in the eggs because, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what, if you have not tried the eggs, you need to try it. And I believe that towards the end of the video here, we're going to give 3 of our community members an opportunity to win a sample packet. And we'll show you that here in a little bit, of which includes some of the eggs in it. So at least 3 of you are going to be able to, try them out at no cost to yourselves. But really, if you haven't tried the eggs, I think you really should try it, especially if you like eggs, okay? And so I do believe that the number 10 can comes with the equivalent of 70 eggs.
70 eggs, you got it.
70 eggs, and they're right now running around $45 for a number 10 can. Yep. However, ladies and gentlemen, remember that if you're purchasing your first number 10 can and you use the AP10 code, you'll get $10 off your first number 10 can. So for you to try out a number 10 can for $35, which is about $5 or $6 less than what your average competitor sells their eggs for, of which I feel these eggs are a lot higher quality, and you just have to try them. There's not a way that I can tell you how good they are. Is that correct? Is that the price?
That's right. You got it. You got it. It's okay. It's $45 for the can, and the other thing, in addition to your promotion code and some of the stuff you extended the members, we sent out free shipping to the lower 48 for purchases that are greater than $100. So, buy 3 cans and you're good to go. You get that nice discount and you get free shipping. So it makes it even better deal.
Now, I wanted to talk about shipping because I had a little bit of beef with you, Mr. Eric.
Okay, I would expect nothing less. Come on.
Let's go ahead and talk about this, all right?
Yeah. All right.
So I understand, and we talked about this earlier, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm going to go ahead and do the rundown with you. That way, those of you that live in Hawaii or Alaska understand why it is. Any shipping to Hawaii and Alaska has a $50 flat rate, all right? And it's something that you're going to pay no matter how much you buy. However, the good news is that if you want to purchase Nutrient Survival and you live in Hawaii or Alaska, it's available on Amazon. Is that correct?
Yeah, no, you got it.
It's available on Amazon. So if you have Amazon Prime, there you go. There's your free shipping. All right. So I just want to encourage you that if you live in Alaska or Hawaii, you're not being pushed out of the market, or at least this market, because of shipping. You can still get it from Amazon. All right. And actually what I'll do is I will add that to my Amazon storefront to make it easy for you all to check out and purchase. So, yeah, I think that, honestly, those of you that try the eggs and try them, ladies and gentlemen, you have to try the long-term food stores that you purchase. I get too many comments and emails telling me, I bought this 3 years ago. How does it taste? And I'm like, you haven't tried it and you bought it 3 years ago? However, I do believe that Nutrient Survival has made it very easy to allow you to try these things without having to break into your number 10 cans, which leads into the next question that one of our community members had, and that is, do you sell your products, or do you offer your products in single serve or multi-serve packets other than number 10 cans?
Ooh, well, I'm so glad I have a great answer for you, because we do. And we launched this business about last July, so we haven't been in business all that long. And we've really been working hard trying to make our products, obviously taste great and deliver them high quality, but also make them how people are using them and want to use them. And we heard consistently from, folks like your community that they wanted a smaller, portion so they could try it before they invest the $50, $55 or whatever it happens to be into a number 10 can. So we came out with these things called singles. And you can see that right there, right? These are basically single serve. Here's one called Homestyle Scramble. And this is a single serving of our most popular entree. We put these into, I think, six varieties right now. We're bringing another 4 out in June 15th. And it just makes it super easy to try our food. And it's fun too. I mean, you've got a nice little variety pack here. And I think we were talking about maybe extending some of these to your community.
Okay,
and, that's up to you.
The multi-pack that you're
yeah.
That you're gonna be, okay, so ladies and gentlemen, check it out. That 3 of you, all you have to do to enter, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, it's not going to cost you a penny to enter. All you have to do is leave a comment on the bottom of this video and make sure that in your comment, all right, pay attention, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that in your comment you include the words nutrient survival. Yeah. All right, include the words nutrient survival, preferably in all caps. That way I can see it. And 3 of you will win one of these multi-packs. And guess what? We'll announce it on this next Sunday's live stream. Cool. So let me say thank you, Eric.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that. The thing is, a lot of places won't do that. So I really do appreciate it. And I really do want to get these out there so that people can try them, so that they can come back and let us know how they like them, because that's how our community works. We share information with each other, whether it's a success or a failure, we share it. That way we can learn from each other. And I'm really excited for people to try this product, because I think that it's really good. I'm not going to sit out here and tell you that I've tried every single thing, but the things that I have tried, I have really liked.
And they taste great,
go ahead and
right?
tell you the experience that I had with the lasagna. All right, because it's pretty interesting.
Now, to be clear, are you Italian? Are you qualified to comment on lasagna?
No, Eric, but look at me. Do I look like I know about food or not?
Okay, that's fair. You were a cook for a while, right? Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the lasagna that I tried, I didn't review it in this video, but the lasagna that I tried is very good. The only thing that I told Becky about the lasagna and Eric was is that it might taste, it had a little too much oregano in it. However, I had to remind myself that not everyone has the same palate. Whereas I prefer a little less oregano, Eric loves it with the oregano that it's got in it. So that's what I like about these these single serving packs, these trial packs that they sell out there, is that instead of spending whatever you're going to spend on a number 10 can, you can go ahead and grab a 5-pack of the single servings, or however many. Is it 5 that comes in the pack?
Yes.
Is it 5, sir? 5. You can get a 5-pack, try them out, and then you know which ones you want to go ahead and get. Instead of spending on a number 10 can of each, you just get a small 5-pack of single servings and get them. So, and that's why I wanted to bring it up. I didn't want to bring up the lasagna that, in my opinion, had too much oregano in it. I didn't want to bring that up to say that it's bad. I wanted to bring it up to let you know that you need to try it first. And with the single servings pack that you can get, you can actually try it at a good price instead of investing more and not wanting to buy the product. Not saying that it's not a good product, but that every one of us have different palates. We all come from different places, different regions. We all have different palates. So you may not like something I like, and I may like something that you don't like, right? Or not like something that you like. So that's why I really like these single serving options that you all have out there. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and make sure to leave a comment, the word nutrient survival in your comment, and you'll be entered to win. And we'll go ahead and do that giveaway coming up this Sunday's live stream. Cool. And all we'll do is we'll forward the information to Nutrient Survival, more than likely to Becky, my rep, and she'll make sure that it gets shipped out to you. All right, I'm going to leave a comment myself so I can enter myself to win.
Okay.
No, just kidding.
I think you'll be rigged if you end up drawing your own name, and definitely be rigged.
Good. I'll draw my own name 3 times.
Yeah, boy, not suspicious at all. Oh, no, you would never do that.
Let's see.
No, that's cool.
So, Eric, another great question is your product GMO free, and is it organic? A lot of people have questioned that some of your products have soy in them. So can you please reiterate on that? And I already know the answer. I talked to Becky about it, but please let our community know if your products are all organic and or if the soy is organic and GMO free. Sure.
No, I know a lot about this, being in the food industry for 20 plus years, 25 years, I guess. So number one, organic. We are not certified organic, because you have to have, in order to have that certification, you have to be made of 95% or greater organic ingredients. That said, we have tons of organic ingredients in our products, and they're labeled on the package. And because we strive to, bring in the best ingredients that we can possibly. In some cases, some ingredients are not available organic, or they're difficult to source. But that kind of leads to my next piece, which is GMO free is sort of the next level after certified organic. And everything that we use for ingredients within our food is GMO free. And we have certifications for that within all of that ingredient sourcing. The vitamins and minerals, there's no GMO kind of equivalent for that. Obviously, they're not grown on trees necessarily. You don't get calcium from a tree, so we don't obviously warrant that portion of the ingredient deck as GMO free. But for the core ingredients, yes, they're GMO, and if they're organic, their label is organic on the label. For example, let's see what I have here. Do I have where's my cereal? Here's my cereal. I got my cereal. See my cereal. So my cereal says chocolate grain crunch, organic crisp rice, sorghum, and quinoa with rolled oats in a rich cocoa crunch. Nice. And
I actually had some of those, and I didn't review them on a video, but to me, they tasted like Rice Krispies. Yeah,
no, they do. That's what we hear all the time. So, so again, their label is organic. And then on the soy question, same thing. That is GMO free soy. Okay. Difficult to source, but we do go that extra mile to get it that way.
Excellent. Well, Eric, guess what? That's all the questions that I had for you.
All right.
And I want to thank you very much for taking the time to join us here. And boy, I'll tell you what, I hope that a lot of people watch this video because, first of all, I had a great time just talking to you. But I honestly do feel that Nutrient Survival is a great company. And I wish you all the best. And we'll be looking forward to announcing those 3 winners so that they can try it, because I know that once they try it, they're going to be like, yeah, this is good stuff.
Awesome.
So any closing remarks that you'd like to make, Eric?
No, I mean, again, I'm just delighted to be here with another like-minded person, and thanks for what you do for your community. We like to say, feed your freedom, because we share that value so centrally to everything that we do. And so we think, that when you eat the right stuff, and you're not held hostage by, today's diets and manufacturers that are everywhere, you're able to break that bond and really, start to live. So anyway, we're excited to be a part of that. And thank you for having me on your show.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Eric. Have a great day.
All right,
we'll
Rudy.
talk later. All right.
All right. God bless you. Bye-bye now.
Same to you.
Bye-bye.